let's jump straight in. You obviously have shipped millions of products all over the world. I think if my data and research is correct, you're involved in 166 different countries as things currently stand. So you know a thing or two about moving boxes around the world. What's the biggest mistake you see e-commerce businesses making time and time again?
Yeah, definitely. That's let me choose one. There's
a lot.
There's a lot. Now, again, I'm going to approach this from the lens of bulkier items, right? Because that's kind of where I have the most expertise. So the biggest mistake we see e-commerce brands make is actually not ship internationally, right? Not expand into international markets. And that's probably a tie with, again, in the bulky, larger item space. The second, or maybe tied at first place, the other mistake is brands basically building the shipping into the cost of goods, because it's, it's very hard to figure out how to calculate shipping for larger items.
Yeah.
So they tend to basically just, mark up the product enough to hopefully cover most cases where they have to ship.
Okay. Right. So these are, well, they've got two there. Let's dig into the first one. So not expanding into international markets. Now, if I'm going to think this through, and I don't ship bulky items. I ship tiny things like this, like supplements. Although that said, we are just about, hopefully we're getting involved with a company that does ship very bulky items. Big old, I say very bulky. I'm talking, maybe 4 foot by 3 foot by 2 foot, not like a couch or a car kind of bulk. I can understand if I say sell couches, which is the immediate bulky item that comes into my head, why I would only ship those nationally and not internationally, because it would just fill me with dread. Do you know what I mean? Just even thinking about shipping those internationally. So I'm curious as to why you see this as the biggest mistake e-commerce entrepreneurs are making, because that's quite a bold statement, and I want to dig into that.
Yeah, and again, this is from the lens of logistics guy, right, or a global logistics guy. So. By the way, a 4 foot by 3 foot by 2, 3 foot, that's pretty much, that's very bulky considering, like FedEx, UPS, DHL, parcel carriers, that they don't like that stuff. It doesn't fit very well into their workflows, into their processes, into their conveyors, right? So that's essentially freight. It's not parcel. So what we see time and time again is basically, if you're a brand and that's especially has social media presence, let's say, because with social media you don't really have a lot of control on where your content is shown, in which country, right? So you see, especially if it gets picked up by some kind of an influencer, they might have influence overseas, right? And then so you get all these people clicking on your social media content in other countries than your home market, and they essentially can't buy your product in most cases, right? So we hear from brands all the time, this is like we sell exercise machines, and let's say a US brand gets their social media content clicked on in Europe, and people click on it, they like it, they want to buy it, and then they go on the shopping cart, and there's no shipping options available to Europe from the United States. One of two things happen. One is they basically give up and move on, so you've lost the sale. Two is they actually reach out to the brand and say, hey, I want to buy your stuff. I'm in Europe, how do I buy it? Then the brand, operators are kind of, at a loss what to do, because, to the traditional method is to go and request quotes manually and then get back to the lead, and by the time you've done all that, there's so much work that goes into it. Unless your conversion rate's really high, it's not worth doing it. So this is the status quo, if you will. right? But this is especially true again of brands that have social media as a as a channel to advertise.